Did you know The Ramsey Show is one of the most popular podcasts in the world? Get your daily dose of advice on life and money. Check out all of our shows from the Ramsey Network wherever you listen to podcasts.
Ramsey Show ending. Aftershow beginning, maybe? Yeah. Why isn't the chat working? Let's try to open up that chat app again. Just one moment. We'll get going here. There we go. Just had to reopen the chat app. Sorry about the delay. Let's make sure that's going. Alright, let's make sure that's going. Okay. Milka, can you type that in again? Please. Or just type anything, Milka. Let's see, there we go. Okay, cool. Alrighty. Oh, I guess I should get on that so you're not seeing it like that. Alrighty. I just wanted to see if it would show up on my chat app. I have a different app, so I wasn't seeing anything in there. But I checked on YouTube and it was working. Yeah, I fixed it, Obs. It's because I opened up the stream on my stream, and so you saw the stream within a stream with streamception, as it were. Alright, so we're all good to go. Let's put in the other links in the chat and we'll get going here. Looks like not on the Twitch today. I don't know why that would be. Although it did make me re-log in to restream, so maybe it's something to do with that going to the Twitch. Alright. Okay, so that's that, and of course what we normally do at the beginning of the after show, or near the beginning, is we listen for the drum taps and we sing. Yeah, I missed it. Didn't have it up loud enough. Let's see. Like all plans, it starts with step one. $1,000 emergency fund. Step two, you'll pay off all your debt. It's a mortgage, we don't do that yet. So pay off your consumer debt. Every one of the charges, from smallest to largest. Baby step 3 is next. Full emergency fund of expenses. You stay gazelle intensive. His name is Dave Ramsey, and this is his plan. What up, Flash? I hope to meet him. I admire the man. I've messed up in my life, but these steps have made it right. That's why I go, and why I host this after show. If you don't like the way it's working out, you should do the baby steps And if you want to have financial peace, then you should do Dave's baby steps. Step 4 is when you can take a breath. Go less gazelle and invest. Step 5 is to save for your kids. No student loans at all for college. 6 is to pay off your home. Step 7, build your wealth and don't keep it all yourself. And you've lived like nobody else. Now you get to live large, and now you get to give large. His name is Dave Ramsey, and this is his plan. And I hope to meet him. I admire the man. I've messed up in my life, but these steps have made it right. That's why I coach, and why I host this YouTube show. If you don't like the way it's working out, you should do the baby steps. And if you want to have financial peace, then you should do Dave's baby steps. Trumpet, take it home. Beep beep doo 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 doo. Live from Columbus, OH. It's the Ramsey Show Aftershow show, brought to you by DH Human. Thank you so much, DH. Here we talk about the Ramsey Show YouTube chat, and the people in it, and all things financial, and whatever else I want to talk about. I'm your host, Coach Steve Money. I'm a certified Ramsey Solutions financial coach, and you can schedule a free consultation assessment with me at calendly.com/Coach Steve Money. Links at the top of the chat and in the video description below, and on the right side of my YouTube banner, which is approximately right up there above those blue buttons, which won't be there when you go to that page. You can email me about anything, yes, anything, at CoachSteveMoney@gmail.com. You can donate to the channel at paypal.me/CoachSteveMoney. That would be much appreciated. And you can get me on the Instagram, have me on the ground at Coach Steve Money, no spaces. Alrighty, let's see what, she says I'm buffering. Let's see. Yeah. Alright, that's all going to be on your end. Thanks for the IOs. What up, Sid? Thanks for the IOs. The buffering would probably be on your end because I'm not doing any skip frames or anything. So I think we're all right, unless anybody else is having that same problem. Alrighty. Let's get a little agua. Alrighty. No sugar in this, Obs. It's water. Highly recommended. Straight from the tap. The best. Cheapest. Today's Ramsey Show host on an all-new Ramsey Show, despite Dave Cation continuing. In the driver's seat today, Ken Coleman. And Ob says it was only a moment of buffering, so it's not doing it now. In the middle of the song, how dare the buffering mess up the middle of the song? That is not fun at all. Alrighty, so as I said, Ken Coleman in the driver's seat today, and right next to him, this personality. And I guess that's why we all watch Rachel Cruz, for good advice that you learned in her youth. Talks about friends, well, she shows us how to be millionaires. Know yourself, know your money, love your life, not theirs. And I guess that's why we all want Rachel Cruz mentioning Winston. She did mentioning Target. And I guess that's why we all want Rachel Cruz mentioning Winston, mentioning Target. And I guess that's why we all want Rachel Cruz mentioning Winston, ordering Teslas. And I guess that's why we all love Rachel Cruz. All right. Market report. It's a fun day. Alrighty. Good day for the market. Russell Small Cap Index needs it. 2.95% up. NASDAQ 0.289% up. S&P did get a little bit there at the end there, and went over about the last 15 minutes, went over the 2% mark there. Dow Jones, they all were about the same thing. They all opened high and continued that and went a little bit higher from even the opening today. So that's fun, which was over yesterday's close, which is all the way down here. You see the horizontal line all the way down there where it says previous close. And that doesn't mean close like the ones you wear. That means the closing of the market yesterday. Let's see. From CNBC, stock soar. S&P 500 hits highest level in 3 months after key report shows slowdown in inflation. So that's pretty cool. I think this says the same thing. Wall Street rally lifts NASDAQ 20% from low as inflation fears ebb. So you turn off that news. And stock market, live update. Stock surge as investors cheer on slightly cooler consumer product index. I think that is what that stands for. Let's see if it does. CPI, consumer price data. There we go. Consumer price index. That's what it is. Okay. Is that what I said the first time? I can't remember. And might as well go ahead and check there we go. The futures, the after hours trading, S&P up another 2%, NASDAQ up another 2.65%, and another 1.68. Or is that what these are? No, that's not what these are. Let's see, does that show the... Nope, that doesn't show the after hours on that. Yeah, that's 2.89 though, so... and 2.65 there. Let's see if it changes. Let's see if it changes. It didn't change. Okay, so we're... it's still going to be up. Hopefully that continues into the morning. Let's see the gainers and losers in the after hours. Up almost 7% up after hours is Disney. They reported earnings. We can look into that shortly. I don't know what Huntington Ingalls is. I don't know what any of these are. I've heard of Lowe's. Is that they have theaters, don't they? Lowe's Theater? Maybe. Granger, I've heard of them. They are 2% down. All right. So back to the good stuff. Let's see. Who reported today? Roblox. The kids love it. Some online game up 1.161% today, down 0.33%. After hours, they report a loss in the second quarter, so shares went down a little bit for them. Coinbase did that report. That reported recently. Oh, I think we did talk about it on the day it reported. And, of course, Disney reported right at the close at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. And so we got 3.97% up today, and after hours 6.74 because the earnings report came out at 4 p.m. right when the market closed. As you can see, and this always does this. I don't know why. It's weird. It's like... and then it does that, and then it goes all the way down and then back up again. Because somebody, you know what? I bet somebody is doing this and then selling, a bunch of people selling, probably computers, buying it there and selling it, and then selling or buying it right there. And this is the normal trading activity after hours for it. And then right there, that's all selling, so it goes down. And then computers buy it again right there, and then it keeps going up there. That gray part is the after hours trading. So cool. What does it say? The mouse is happy, looks like. Disney profit jumps 50%, buoyed by what? Parks. Oh, streaming subscribers surpass Netflix. How about that? Didn't know that would happen. Ad-supported Disney Plus as demand as its theme parks rebounded. So there you go. So cool for the mouse. Forever indebted to them for making new Star Wars content, buying it first, and then making new Star Wars content. They paid a lot of money for it, but they also made that money back in the first year they had it. So, because they started making new content. Even before the first movie came out, they had made that money back. All right. So, an excellent deal for them and good for all of us, because none of the new Star Wars movies, none of the Star Wars TV shows, none of that would be happening. Let's see what we got. The 16th is Walmart, Home Depot as well on the 16th, Cisco. They make networking routers and switches and stuff for networks there, and Applied Materials on August 18th. Most followed single stocks on the Google. Let's see who's the most up, and that would be Meta Platforms, the artist formerly known as Facebook, 5.82%. Tesla and Amazon in the 3s, and in the 2s, Microsoft, Google owner Alphabet Inc., and the Apple. How about that? So let's see. Matt Daniels, thanks for dropping by. Being in debt is bad, guys. Who said that? Oh, is it screwing up again? Oh yeah, I do have that. All right, let's close them. Let's close them. Am I done with this? Oh, let's be done with this. Europe, everything up. Asia, everything, almost everything down. The US dollar is down to the euro, down to the Japanese yen, down to the British pound, love, down to the Canadian dollar, and down to the Australian dollar. And as I've said before, when the market seems to be good, like this, the dollar seems to be down to the other currencies. Crypto, everything up. The most up is Ethereum at almost 9%. So, but they're still way down from earlier this year, are they? Oh, maybe they, oh no, that was just today. This was just today. You can see it jumped up a lot today. Let's see where it is for a year to date. Down 50% still, even with today's uprising. And then 40% for the 1 year total. In 5 years, they're still up 532%, but that's not a long enough track record to be putting all your money into that. All right, so we don't need that anymore. Disney, we already did that. The Roblox one as well. Did that one. I did all these. And this is the, let's see if the after hours trading moved. Yeah, 2.04, that lost to 0.01%. That's the same, I think, 2.65, and Dow went up some more, 1.65, and the Dow is the total market index. Let's see, oh, what up, Tiffany? How is life and stuff? I don't remember when I said debt. Of course, that was, I didn't remember saying debt 2 seconds after I said it either, so. Oh, forever indebted to the mouse. I see. It's not financial debt. It's spiritual debt, what I guess is bad anyway. So, let's see. I am in my own bubble. I don't remember. So you have to, anything that you comment about, you have to remember what you commented about so you can inform me, because I won't remember. Alrighty. Where were we? Oh, this is from Ars Technica. This is interesting. The man who built an ISP, Internet Service Provider, instead of paying Comcast $50,000, expands to hundreds of homes. Oh, look, he's in the state up north right there. Look at that. He gets $2.6 million from the government to expand fiber ISP in the state up north. And so I guess he made his own internet provider. He built a fiber to the home internet provider because he couldn't get good broadband service from AT&T or Comcast. He's expanding with the help of $2.6 million in government money. He was providing service in January 2021 to about 30 rural homes, including his own, with his ISP, Washtenaw Fiber Properties, LLC. He now has about 70 customers and will extend his network to nearly 600 more properties with money from the American Rescue Plans, Coronavirus State, and local fiscal recovery funds. He told Ars in a phone interview in mid-July. The U.S. government allocated Washtenaw County $71 million for a variety of infrastructure projects, and he's getting some of that. Living happy on the government dole there. Cool. And providing a much better service than either of those AT&T or Comcast could provide there. That's cool. $55 a month for 100 megabits per second with unlimited data. All right, and so that's pretty cool. You can get a lot more than that on fiber, but maybe he's not capable of doing that yet. Unlike many larger ISPs, Mock maybe provides simple bills that contain a single line item for internet service and no extra fees. Yeah, that's cool. That's pretty cool. Comcast wanted 50K. AT&T offers just 1.5 megabit per second, and some of the rural places are bad. That's why I check the internet. First thing I do is check the internet when I move anywhere. Let's see. Download speeds to 1.5 megabit per second. That is not that good. And the county touts the historic broadband investment, so that's pretty cool. He, of course, faces increasing equipment costs, absolutely. And so that's good that he'll be spending a lot of that money that he's getting from the government for that. And then, of course, maybe I'm saved in people's cell phones as fiber cable guy. All right, that's pretty cool. So yeah, hopefully you'll be able to get that speed up. Even though, even though just because you're rural doesn't mean you don't deserve fast internet. Let's see, what are we doing? Yep, absolutely. Like and subscribe. Says the spiritual debt, good debt. There's no such thing as good debt. Tiffany is already subbed. I made sure of that previously on the after show. Obs, the first rule of After Show Club is that you do not talk about After Show Club. Obs is, mowing the lawn in the hot weather. It is 74 here. It's going to be 62 degrees tonight. It was raining today. Science Fiction Book Club. You don't talk about that either. That's the first rule of Science Fiction Book Club. Do y'all report it to major bureaus? No, we don't talk to them. We don't have anything to do with credit reports. Not at all. No, we don't report to credit reports. So that's okay. She'll make it up to me later. She will. She's good for it. She's good for any dues. Good for any dues. All right, this from Bloomberg. The work from home revolution is also a trap for women. Now, how does that work out? As we all know, I don't read these ahead of time. I just look at the headlines and see if they might be interesting. Basically, what this show is, a lot of it is me just looking up stuff on the internet, and you get to come along for the ride. They've gained all the perks that come with flexibility, but also have become one-woman safety nets. All right, let's see what they have. For many women, the work-from-home revolution has felt... Where is this from? Bloomberg.com. For many women, the work-from-home revolution has felt for the first time as if they might be able to reach that mythical place of having it all. Women love the reduced or non-existent commuting times. They love spending less time on their physical appearance and less money on their wardrobe. Hard-charging working mothers love that they can arrange their days to volunteer for their kids' bake sale between Zoom meetings, dissolving that invisible line with the stay-at-home crowd. Women of color love not only being exhausted from working in close physical proximity with white people, what? And their microaggressions, what? Racist. I can't tell you the number of women who've told me what a relief it is going through pregnancy and postpartum in the often very masculine space of the physical office. Okay, I didn't know we were going to be getting into all of this. I thought it would be more like, less like this. So we'll just leave this one where it is. If you want to see that one, that's work from home jobs have done something. What was it? Work from home jobs. Haven't made things easier for women. Okay. Alrighty. Sorry about that. CNN Business. Food prices are skyrocketing, and it's not just because of inflation. Consumer Price Index. Over the last 12 months, grocery prices have soared 13.1%. Largest annual increase since the year ending in March 1979. Some of us were alive then. Some of us not so much. The Bureau of Labor Statistics said Wednesday the prices of nearly every grocery item have ballooned over the past year. You know what hasn't ballooned over the past year is the Kroger brand soft drinks, which I've started to buy because like Diet Coke 2 liters are like $3, as much as $3 in some places. And the Kroger brand is 99 cents. So the Coke brand does not taste 3 times as good. All right, cost of eggs has soared 38%, and the price of other goods have also jumped. Flour is up to 22.7%, chicken 17.6%, milk 15.6%, ground beef 9.7%, bacon 9.2%, fruits and veg 9.3% more expensive. Number of factors: avian flu has milked fewer eggs in the United States, drought in Brazil / coffee crops, and the war in Ukraine led to a spike in wheat prices in the spring. While commodity prices are falling, it will take time before those lower costs pass through to consumers. Plus, plenty of other costs for producers such as fuel, labor, packaging have also been high. High as balls, maybe. Demand for groceries grows. Unlike discretionary items, consumers can't simply stop buying food when prices rise. They may, however, opt for less expensive options, and that's one way to keep your grocery budget the same or close to the same by getting the less expensive options. Producers, grocers, and restaurant operators have noted that consumers are indeed trading down, swapping out higher priced items for more affordable one. Earlier this week, Tyson said demand for steak is falling, while interest in chicken is rising. I'm interested in that chicken over there because it's cheaper. Wendy's traffic has been hit because some customers are deciding to pack lunches or eat breakfast at home. CEO Todd Penninger said during a post-earnings analyst call Wednesday. He added about 82% of meals were eaten at home pre-pandy, but that figure jumped 3 percentage points since then and has stayed there. So it's still only 85, so they're still getting about the same, just a little bit of dip for them, but perhaps it just depends on how close to maybe that 3% was most of their profit. Who knows? Let's see. There was a phrasing. I missed it. They outlined the positive before the negatives. Beans and rice still affordable, right said. Flash says, have a great night. Headed out to eat burgers and not invite me. How dare you, Flash? Regular homemade burgers with seasoning. That's awesome. You know what you can put? You can put on that. You can put the Worcestershire. What is it? Worcestershire. Worcestershire. Excuse me. Worcestershire sauce on that bad boy, and throw that bad boy on the grill or in the skillet. So yummy. What got more expensive in June? Egg prices 4.3 compared to June. Coffee and peanut butter each got 3.5% more expensive. This is just a 1 month from end of June to end of July. Flour rose 3.2%, bread 2.8%, cheese 2%, chicken got 1.4% prices. Citrus fell 3.2% and whole milk dropped 1.4%. Uncooked beef roast, you should definitely cook them, although if they're not cooked, AJ will probably like them. If they're not cooked, they fell 1.3%, and uncooked steaks fell 1.1%. Ham got 1% cheaper. Biggest decline was in hot dog prices, which dropped 6.1% in July, which includes July 4th, which you would think would have been a big day for hot dogs, but I don't know if the prices got lower before that or not. Maybe not until right after that, and so that they all got cheaper the week after July 4th, perhaps. What else we got from Fox Business? CO2 shortage threatens beer business, and another example of the United Shortages of America. Disruption in industrial CO2 supply, plus, all right, there we go, and pause. Disruption in industrial CO2 supply plus shocking rise in materials cost are concerning, says beer maker about today's shortages. That can't be right now, can it? That must have been, yeah, that was from this morning. I think this article is from this morning. Doesn't say what time. Oh, 6 hours ago. All right. There's a teacher shortage, egg shortage, school bus driver, medical dye, chip shortage, transformer shortage. Okay, now CO2 shortage. Okay, fun writing style there. It's created a lot of uncertainty in the midst of all kinds of uncertainty. Uncertainty. We've had. It's one more headache. It's one more challenge. Okay. Cost of gas has more than tripled recently. Coming down now, though. I think it was $3.40 something to $3.42, I think, after being $3.59 yesterday. So that's 17 cents, not percent, 17 cents. Drop. Can prices climbed 20% this year. Cardboard 20%. Grain prices skyrocketed as much as 50% as due to the war in Ukraine, which was called the Ukraine back in my day when you kids weren't born. The gas being pumped from the dome contains elevated levels of hydrocarbons and benzene, the brewer told Fox and Friends first. It's still high quality CO2. That's like high quality H2O, which was in the Water Boy. It's food grade CO2, but in the beverage industry, we use a higher quality called beverage grade. Those additional contaminants can add some flavors to our beer that we don't want in our beer that we try to keep out. So we need the best one. All right. Beer maker, night shift brewing, cutting jobs, reconfiguring beer production operations after learning its vendor is reducing CO2 deliveries. Yeah, if you can't get the CO2, I guess you do the best you can. All right, reddit.com/r/Dave Ramsey. It's kind of a William Shatner, Captain Kirk delivery for you. Let's see what we got. Okay. Underscore abbreviations underscore 11. Of course, mine would have been okay underscore abbreves underscore 11. Advice with the baby step 2 flair on there. Of course, baby step 2, pay off all non-mortgage debt, smallest to largest. Hey, everyone, I have roughly $1,200 in my stock portfolio. I owe about $500 in credit card debt. Thank goodness it's just that much. And not more than that. I have that in savings if needed to pay off. But should I sell off some of my stock instead to pay it off or keep my stock portfolio? If it's not in a retirement account, sell it. Dave does not recommend single stocks because it's too risky, too volatile. You need diversification in there. And so that's why he recommends managed mutual funds for retirement and an S&P 500 index fund for saving for a purchase in the market. No single stocks, but you have baby step 2 on there. So when you say you have that in your savings, if you mean your emergency fund, which is $1,000, baby step 1, beginner emergency fund, starter emergency fund is $1,000. You have that in savings. So if you have that in savings in addition to your $1,000, yes, you just use your cash. But otherwise, I mean, they would say that take that out and pay that in your debt anyway. But if you only owe the $500, you could do it either way, because if that's your only debt that you have. So you can do it either way, because the very next thing is baby step 3 then, and that would be to save up 3 to 6 months of expenses for your full emergency fund, and so you would just be saving again. So it doesn't matter which order you do it in there as far as selling the stock. Selling the stock probably to further your baby step 3 along would be a good idea, even if you didn't have to liquidate that to pay off that $500 in credit card debt. And thank goodness you decided to get rid of debt when you only had $500 of it. Excellent. That's almost as good as never having debt at all. And then you can skip baby step 2, which is the best baby step to skip in this reporter's opinion. Let's say it's only $500. Selling the stocks to pay off the debt won't teach the lesson. Okay, Sid wants the lesson. David advised against people using a windfall to skip baby step 1 to 3 because you need a discipline earned in those steps. Granted, he should still sell the single stocks, right? But I'd say do that in baby steps 3. All right, so Sid makes a good point, as per usual. So that way, basically, he's taking it out of his savings. But you would not do that if you only have $1,000 in savings total, including your emergency fund. Yes. If you have $1,500 in that, including emergency fund, then just take it out of there, as Sid was saying, and then you're on baby step 3, and then you're getting your full emergency fund, and at that point, I mean, basically, you could do all that the same day. Boom, boom, boom. Is that? I think I've seen that username before. Career OK 8588. Should I cash out my 401k? Hi all. And that's going to be a negative, Ghost Rider. Because you have penalties and taxes on that bad boy. Let's see, I'm 26 years old, recently switched jobs, so I have to decide what to do with my former 401k. You roll it to your new 401k or to a different account. I have about $13,000 in my plan. Let's say $11,500 post early withdrawal fees, okay? But you don't have to withdraw it. You can just move it. You can just roll it over. I have $18,000 in. $18,000 in student loans. Just wants to pay that off. Around 5% interest rate that I would apply the $11,500 towards and focus on paying the last $6,500 by the end of the year. Apart from this debt, I have my car note for $20,000. It's very interesting because it doesn't happen that often where people's student loans are less than their other debt, like a car. Normally the student loans are going to be more. But yeah, there's a new car you bought last year. Maybe you sell that. Don't just roll over that 401k so you don't get hit with that money loss with the post-early withdrawal fees and the taxes on that. Known for longevity in terms of long-term use. I don't plan on buying another car until this one gives out. I get it. But that's probably a big payment as well. My interest rate is 1%, so I'm not concerned about paying off this loan as priority compared to student loans. Apart from this, my new income is $110,000 yearly pre-tax, and my major expenses are rent, $1,300, car, $400 car payment. Other utility bill is $600. Hoping to save the majority of my money once my student loans are paid off, but I'm wondering if it makes sense to cash out 401k or roll it over. Just roll it over. I wanted to add that for 2023, I plan on putting 13% of my income in retirement plans. You don't put anything in there unless you're fully out of debt. But then that would be 15% of gross if you are fully out of debt and have your full emergency fund. So, just an idea. Baby steps in order, maybe. Just an idea. Boom, 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 boom. Cat says rollover IRA. Boom, boom, boom. Best joint checking accounts. Lunar Alias 17. Anyone have recommendations for joint checking account for married couples? Any bank can do a checking account that can be joint. Generally pro credit union, but they tend to be location based and will likely be mobile for the next 5 to 6 years. You can check on bank rate for the best rates if you want some interest checking. Otherwise, just anywhere you can find. But any bank will do one with 2 people on it. Boom, boom, boom. How to factor in home improvements and stay with the plan. That means you don't do that. You don't do that until you don't do home improvements until step 4 at the earliest. Let's see, Mother Coconut 5. Hi folks, seeking guidance in the best way to plan for and pay for numerous home repairs and improvements. Nothing that can be put off while you're paying off debt. Combined monthly take home of $9,000 Canadian. Monthly expenses around $6K, can fluctuate, 2 to 3K disposable to save it and cash flow that. Baby step 3 for the past year. It should only take us 9 months to complete. But we keep setting back by home repairs that we cash flow. Now are there dead trees posing a risk near the house, needing to be cut down? Can't cut those down yourselves. Front door replacement. Is it the screen door or something you can live without? The actual front door, I mean, if you have to open it and unlock it to get in, it's doing its job. You don't want to do cosmetic stuff while you're in baby step 3. Don't do that. Getting your full emergency fund is more important than cosmetic things. Front step structurally unsound, needing to be redone. Can you go out the back door? Crazy. Until you get done with baby step 3. And then let's see, pressing items, main bath remodel, shower leaking. Okay, shower leaking doesn't mean you have to have a remodel done. And this is what happens when you get a house. This is what happens when you get a house. People think you need to do everything. 20K fence replacement. Kel from the Ramsey show chat. Did replace the fence last year, or not quite a year yet, I don't think. It was featured on an episode of this after show. 12K deck replacement, 8K basement floor replacement. I feel like most of the stuff is going to be things that you want to do, not stuff that you need to do. What you need to do is get that Murphy barrier in between you and Murphy, which is bad luck. Murphy's Law. What is it? Something bad will happen. It will, or something. I can't remember what it is. Best joint checking, whatever app you prefer, Sid says. And Tat gave her a lol on that. Feeling a bit attacked right now. No, then, I mean, it happens. You just gotta, you just gotta pick between what you need, quotes, need to do with that new crib and what you just want to do with that new crib. I mean, so again, the shower leaking, you know what you could do, just as an example, to fix the shower leaking. You could just fix the shower leak instead of remodel the whole room. Just a thought. Deck replacement. Maybe you don't have a deck for a little while. And you just cash flow all these at the speed of cash. But after you finish up that full emergency fund, then after that is investing. And if you have kids, start saving for kids' college. So let's see, mortgage is up for renewal. $265 on 20 years. Home value at $650K before renos. Okay, that's good. You got a lot of equity in that. Do not get a home equity loan. How to pay for these significant repairs, upgrades. You don't do upgrades. You don't do that. If we cash flow, it will take years. Yeah. And we can't enjoy our home in the interim. False. You can enjoy it even if it doesn't have a 10K kitchen remodel or 30K hardwood floor. My goodness. Oh, this is just on the wish list though. So all this goes away until, whenever you can get to it. Do the important stuff first, like the shower leaking would be first to repair, and then later the main bathroom remodel. But anyway, let's see. We have good equity, but Dave doesn't recommend using it. Darn right he doesn't. We love that our mortgage is relatively low and want to pay it off. How do people choose between their financial goals and immediate enjoyment of their home? You could have got a different home. How long were they in the home? 250, 65K. It said it's up for renewal. So, I mean, was the house all fine when you bought it and since then all this stuff is broken? Or was it like that when you bought it? So, I mean, sometimes people get these themselves in these situations. But yeah, I mean, you can, you know, what you also could have done, you also could do, you know, you can go out to eat every night and not put money in your baby step 3. You could do that. If you paid off debt, you could have spent all that money on home repairs and remodels and stuff like that instead of paying off debt, but then you'd still be in baby step 2 and you'd have all that debt. So you just gotta decide. The can't enjoy our home in the interim. I'm sure every room needs an upgrade. So we can never seem to get past step 3 because you're doing it wrong, because you're trying to do all this other stuff at the same time. At step 3, you still need to be gazelle intense on, and that means you don't do anything that's not an emergency. You can fix the leaking shower. That's not going to cost as much as a bathroom remodel, which is, that's going to be 20K. The fence isn't 20K. The main bath remodel is 20K. Fixing the shower might be a couple $100. Could fix the shower, for example. I feel like we'll never get to the point where we can have it all, enjoy our home, tempting me to refinance our mortgage, borrowing the additional amount for the immediate repairs list. So going to debt for it. Not loving the idea of more debt though, right? Right. So you cannot do both. Edited add incomes, expenses, and that we are Canadian. All right. Just wonder what you all do, what you recommend. I'm gonna advise the baby steps, and that means you fix what's broken, what needs to be fixed. Cosmetic stuff, you don't do anything with that. If the front steps are structurally unsound, you fix those. That's just 3K. You fix those, but after you have finished the emergency fund. All right. So yeah, that's what people ask about all the time. They say, how can I enjoy the now and plus do that? You can't. You got to choose temporary sacrifice in order to get ahead. And then after that's done, then you can, it's just priority. Whatever your priority is, you can choose whichever one you want. It's your money. All right. What book did Dave recommend in Baby Steps Millionaires? Not the Tortoise and the Hare, the one about the Jewish principles of personal finances. Crud. Can't remember it. Maybe somebody put it in the thing. Oh, what the heck his name is that? Thou Shalt Prosper. That's it. Yep. Thou Shalt Prosper. The Google. Oh, I just remembered I saved it in my Audible wish list. The Google comes in again. It's by Rabbi Daniel Lopin, I think is his name. Let's see. Note temporary. What are my next steps? Note temporary 9037. Hello, I feel I'm in a pretty good financial situation, but was curious about what my next step should be. Married with 2 kids, 37 years old. No credit card debt, no car loans. Excellent. Or any student loans. Excellent. Mortgage $298K left. Salaries roughly $150,000 to $160,000 annually, with my wife's salary of $50K. Okay. Savings account a little over $50K. So that would be 3 to 6 months of emergency fund, maybe a little bit more than that. Wife has a pension that I'm not exactly sure how much is in it, but 5 years vested, and I've got a 401k that I almost have $200,000 in. 37. Max out 401k every year for the past 30 years. Brokerage account with approximately $18K in it. Alrighty. Can do a Roth as well. instead of that brokerage account, if that's not already a Roth IRA, you can do that Roth IRA already. Because you don't make enough to be not qualified for it. So you can do a Roth IRA, and that's $6,000 more a year that you can put in that and have tax-free growth in that, and your wife can do that too. That's another $6K, so that's another $12K household that you can invest and have tax-free growth on all of that. So that would be what to do. Didn't say anything about emergency funds, but I'm guessing that $50K. Just depends on what your expenses are per month. It's 3 to 6 months of expenses is your full emergency fund, and then after that it's 15. Sounds like you're already investing, but it's 15% of gross annual income to retirement, and the rest, kids' college. You got 2 kids, so start on kids' college. The younger they are, the less you have to put away per month. So get started on that and pay that $298,000. Yep. Mortgage off, because that's baby step 6, and so you're doing 4, 5, and 6. All at the same time. So that's what my next steps are. Baby steps. Boo, boo, boo. Let's see. Tat still doesn't have a shower after living in the house for almost 2 years. Hey, you might want to get on that, Tat. At least we aren't trying to weasel our way into a reorder the steps for our new bathroom. That's right. Let's see. Tad has a bathtub and bought a $10 hose sprayer that connects to the faucet. Bam! Works as a shower and cheap as dirt. Okay, well then you do have a shower. You lied to us, Tad. You do have a shower. You figured it out. You figured out how to do that then. Excellent. Oh, what time is it? Oh, it's time to go. Let's see. Is there more? Nope, this is from yesterday, so we're caught up, I think, unless we missed some from a few days ago. Upcoming streams, Old Man Video Gaming, still working on Stray on the PS4. Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. That's this show, the Ramsey Show Aftershow show. And that is daily, whether the Ramsey show is a repeat or not. But fortunately, we don't have to, even when Davecation happens, we don't have to deal with repeats because of the plethora, it's a good vocabulary word, the plethora of other personalities that can host the show. I'll give you my links again. I'm a Ramsey Solutions certified financial coach, Steve Simpson, also known as Coach Steve Money. And you can schedule a free consultation with me. I'm a Ramsey Solutions certified financial coach. You can schedule that free consultation assessment with me at calendly.com/Coach Steve Money. The link's at the top of the chat, the video description below, and on the right side of my YouTube banner here. You click on calendly.com/Coach Steve Money right there. You click on financial coaching and you calendar pops up. You can pick a day. 13th, I can't meet with you. I'll be busy that day, but other than that, you can pick any day. And you pick the time. And Calendly will let me know when you would like that appointment, and I'll email you back and let you know what information I need from you to accurately financially assess you. PayPal for donations is paypal.me/Coach Steve Money. Instagram, Coach Steve Money. No spaces in that. And you can email me about anything, CoachSteveMoney@gmail.com. You can ask me about this after show. You can ask me about Oak Island. You can ask me about anything Ramsey or financial. You can ask me about video game stuff. You can ask me about computer stuff. I've been a PC tech for 25 plus years. fun times. And if you'd like to sing any of my songs here, the Baby Step song, what I do else today, the Rachel Cruz song, if you'd like to sing any of that, love to hear somebody else sing some of these songs, that would be great. You can pre-record it and I can play the recording on the after show, or you can even do it live. We do have that technology. Alrighty, let's see. Tat says it's technically not a shower. It's one of those crappy sprayers for washing dogs. If you hold it above your head and it sprays down on you, that's a shower. But it works a makeshift shower until we save the cash for bathroom remodel. Yep. I mean, I feel like though you might be able to also rig up a shower thing before you do the remodel, maybe. Maybe you don't want to pay for that twice, and that's up to you, of course. Of course. Alrighty. Thanks for watching, everyone. Please like, subscribe, comment, and